Moshi, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we did finish our first dungeon, and also we completed two very important quests. The first quest we did today. Why is the loading time that long? And then please don't die on me again. The first thing we did was unlocking the challenge log, which is, hold on, this beautiful thing here, where we need to complete some stuff. Another thing is we completed the stylist. That is the reason why our hair is not brown and green anymore, and now a purple and white. So, and the next is we wanna go to Benchmade Meadows and then go to the Tamtara Deepcroft. And the thing I will say now, since we have the, did I land in the dead end again? No, I'm here. Since we unlocked the challenge log, you could already see complete 3 dungeons via duty roulette. This is this beautiful thing here, where we don't have anything except Satasha. And the guild has a system. Okay, also we have the fate system. Those things I will complete. Also level quest. Not Medica, heal him. So, something like this, where we just quickly help someone that doesn't count for the fates. It says here with the highest rankings, so we need to make this from the beginning to the end. So, but right now I have stuff to do after the parts, because since this is an MMORPG, it will take some time. There are our dearest friends from Limsa again, Dolores Bear. And for some that us in here are the fireflies that you need for the first thing. We speak with the god school show. You are Aurelia Cougar, I take it. Thanks for helping us, friend. No doubt the Bowl Lord has already informed you, but the task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge the lands of Dalamet. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult of emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the 6th astral era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamet for their god and believed that it would deliver them from devastation. And so they're rather disappointed when Dalamet exploded in 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen the god turn to ash, one will think the cultists might feel moved to question their fate. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames in their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamet are convinced that heretics, that there is, so to say, everyone but them. Inferior by the commoning of the Lord and Savior, that is their now sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure not good will come from it. For the sake of Gridania and Osea at large, put an end to their madness. And so we will go now to the Temporary Deepcroft. It's a little bit earlier today, so I have nothing. I did say nothing. I wanted to say maybe this will take a little bit longer. Sorry, I just woke up. And I decided I do first my recording, then I go shopping. Because I am waiting for some packages to arrive and this will take some time. And there we have the time title Deepcroft with our group. Let's say good morning to all and oh, all sprouts, but we have a gunbreaker. Nice. And a summoner, even better. So, one very, very good thing, which is the reason why I, for an exception, actually eat something, is that we're almost level 24. That means we're unlocking... That means we're unlocking soon Lucid Dreaming at 24. And I want this because it's the most important spell for each healer. It doesn't heal anything, but it restores mana here, MP over time. And this is by far the most important thing. Okay, I forgot. So the start of the time trial Deepcroft, we already know it was a burial site for the Gridanians. So some aggressive insects are sure to be here. But also we now have a cult in here. Oh, this is interesting. Our summoner isn't as far as you think he is, because he still uses a carbuncle. I'll explain that later when we come to our when it comes to our main story quests for the summoner subline. Like I said before, yeah, sorry, I just saw this and shadow. Where was it? Yeah, like I said before, I want to do the sub-stories before level 30 for all of the classes I restart. Simply because most of the time it's really, you have person XYZ that doesn't work like the guild rules are, and we need to help them. Yeah, always the moment when you come in and just think to yourself, I want to use an AoE. I don't have an AoE. der Fuge. Time for one AoE heal. Time for another AoE heal. And the enemy is dead. Cyber 4. We don't need this. Sora, I'm right by your side as a green DPS. Which is nice because in the first dungeon the tank wasn't that... If I remember correctly, the tank wasn't that powerful. It's very nice that we have now the this gunbreaker that actually tanks some stuff. Oh, Fug. And the wrong spell. Fuck. Shit. And finally. We, as you can see right now, our MP are going down, but also rising up extremely fast, which is nice. Because for 21 seconds it restores 50 MP, which is much, very much. So Sora is running straight into a fight again. I think I said it in Satasha. After some time, you're used to more attacking than healing your party members, and this is for me in the meantime a curse, because I'm so used to have full heals with a heal. Oh, don't forget to heal your bodies, God. Forget to heal the bodies. I hope the video quality is now better than before. Because for some reason I was streaming yesterday my Nier Automata speedrun. Which did come online, I think a month ago for you. If I upload this, maybe a month ago, or even later. No, I don't know when I will upload this, because this won't be a project I will upload constantly. So I'm really thinking about, is this something useful? No. Hey, earring. We don't need. For a long time. It's been a long day without you, my friend. And our ninja, our rouge is standing there AFK. It's not Christmas anymore. As you probably would have already seen. So better. As you may have already seen before, those dungeons took a little bit longer, and later dungeons are also go even longer. So maybe there will be longer parts later if I decide to start a dungeon in a part, because I won't make a cut mid-dungeon. Maybe I make a cut pre-dungeon, even though it's just a half an hour. I still have no idea. I will take my time with this project. Does she say the last thing she did was while playing the whole game render the first 7 parts. Yeah, but to my to guard myself. In fact, the first few parts I didn't need to cut anything or turn anything off, etc. Oh yeah, but I always think you can hear my mouse. For some that actually read the chat down there, which I still have no idea. I'm gonna read that. I have night shift. That is the reason why I'm awake at 9 AM and play this game. Usually I wake up an hour later or so after the workday. But last night I went to bed in like 10 PM? Yeah, around 10 PM and woke up now. Just to be well rested, I will lay down later today also. Yeah. So, for later, I will skip one cutscene in the 4th dungeon, which I need to re-edit in later. Just you guys know that. And after that, I probably think I will do this with all dungeons. So I actually need to mark out which number of parts I am. Wow. That will be funny when this project will have over 1000 parts. Which it will have, because I predict now where we are in the story and how long the story will go. Yep. And I want to do that wrong spell. No, heal him. Is there still loot? Give me, please give me the Blunder Grimoire. Thanks. Where we are now. What level is our 9? 9. Okay, and why is Mashiro now target for? I don't know it, but I don't like it. So, and let's reuse Lucid Dreaming. Lucid Dreaming is such a useful spell. Ah! I still have no idea how to. Now I have the cutscene where the stone platforms will raise and this false moon will come down with gallant and who summons me from the world who sits in a cruel vessel. And later those cutscenes will take longer. And we unlocked achievement. Yay! So this boss has a niche nil gimmick. And when we see this pink this pink Stoof arrives, he is invincible. So yeah, then we need to defeat mostly unconspicuous ink. But I honestly think it was a bug where he once summoned here a skeleton that was linked to it. There's such a skeleton. So Mind Blast is this big AoE that can be difficult when you get hit by it, but most of the time no. You see that it will come, and then you think to yourself, yeah, okay, happens. Oh, and we will heal Sora again. And then continue to damage down Galvan the Dominator. Since he is a Cthulhu, I wanna be Cthulhu, I think there will be porn with him. I mean, come on. Japan. Tentacle monster. It's the usual case. And the player commendation goes to Sora because he did a great work. And there is more loot. So, we completed a small task. First of all, we got the first of 5 dungeons and one of the 5 worlds. So, most of the time I will leave the duty as last because the player accommodations. This is a personal thing. because, like I said, you need 1,500 of them, and also some different stuff to get the mentor crown, which is my goal on my private character. Because I wanted crown, so I first of all have the ability to make more dungeons, but also to help people and you. If I would open up my friends list, which on this character is a fellowship friend list, is one person. Hi. And he's doing a bard right now. Yeah, that isn't that great. But if I open from a private, I have so many people that I really started to help with from the beginning. Where I saw, oh, you're new, can I help you? Back area. I'm reliable to inform you that fall into the degree of success. Not that I expect anything less. You made such a habit out of succeeding that it's difficult not to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Bollard Leben asked me to pass this to his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an even more common occurrence within the frontier of late. Times being that the guilds are consistently inundated with patients, and we are hard pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able soldiers yourself, it also provides an ample opportunity for the unexpected to overreach himself with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Era's gone, and it's all your fault. If it take you an age to heal him, he would be still alive. But I tried. He bolted out of rage before I could finish the spell. You shouldn't have so helpless in the first place. We should have done more lighten this burden. But the same helps with this excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and so I'd be too soon if I never see your face again. Goodbye, good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I'm dubbed as cancers any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing. But I couldn't even take that one thing right. Cruel to say, sounds you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, I've got some parting advice. Get rid of Albert's head. Bury it, cremate it. Do whatever the hell suits you like it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it out. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. It makes 1,000 times. That makes 1,000 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I will entrust you with another. About a Bellag, I received a message from my counterpart in Aldar. She seeks the service of a reliable adventurer, and we are nothing of not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say a word and I will be glad to share the details with you. The scene we had over here was at a Black Heart, which her guild, and oh my god, Shadow's suddenly behind me. Go away. You know information on the new task. So you're not advising to take a little trip. Wonderful. As mentioned earlier, the Brugus comes from the Adventurers Guild in Uldar. Once you arrive, seek out Mumondi, the properties of the quicksand. Think I see as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she sent you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence to pull through it unscathed. Now, go off you go, Aurelia, and good luck. And we will go to Momondi at the quicksand in Uldar. But first, let's look at Shadow over there. Just look at him. And then we got to our Controllers Guild. Because we have reached level 25 with our Conjurer. And yeah, it's time to get at least the mission done. Isumiyan! Isumiyan! Moshi Moshi! Brother Isumiyan requires assistance in a matter concerning the young Conjurer Sylphie. Which are better staff and some money! And also now some better gear after some time. Welcome Aurelia. The tales of your deeds have reached me here in the cloistered heart of Sacred Fane. Glad I am that you have come. For it would ask your assistance in a matter of some delicacy. It concerns, yes, young Sylphie once again. As you can no doubt mention, the recent revelations concerning her mother have sorely dropped the poor child. It appears Sylphie needs some time alone to sort through the whirlwind of emotions which now beset her. She has, in short, fled from the guild. Fortunately, a party of conjurers who were dispatched to the South Road to investigate another incident of corruption sent word that have been spotted our wayward Sylphie. Considering the importance of their mission, I would not seek to distract the conjurers from their task. Thus, I would turn to you to escort Sylphie back here to the guild. You are, I believe, one of the few people to whom she will listen. I pray tell that Bruce knows the Atlantas and speak with Wolfany. She was the conjurer who first chanced upon Sylphie, and will be able to tell you more of the Young Lady Fairs. We will do this, but first we will continue our main story quest and go to the steps of how was it called again? The steps of Nald in Ulda. So let's rush to the quicksand, which is not far away from here. Because actually, even though we already have a half an hour in today, I want to I want to show you the second dungeon today. Welcome to Quicksand, I'm a friend. I'm that busy right now. If you wouldn't mind show yourself here to judging by your determined expression, I'd take you 84 an ale. Are you called Aurelia Cougar by any chance? You understood word that you were reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you an adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small prize coming from her. But she didn't come all the way to listen to my prattle. That does your anger to start, so let's talk business, shall we? Yes, we are. Now, please continue. Moment is waiting to brief you on your task. The petitioner's going to be arriving any moment now. Gosh almighty, another second under that sun and it would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent time, Publisher. It just happened the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. This winsome lass is the much lauded Ashley? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to take your acquaintance, my lady. I am Publisher, formerly of the Sultan's Swan. I thank you to agreeing not to let us your aid. Maybe you would like to appraise your mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine and at Amanji and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at the Copperbell mines. Two blade giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the planet known as Hekaton Sieges, fearsome creatures who will be sealed within the deepest of depths of the mines during the bygone Throne dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which severed them, imprisoned them, and now prowl the tunnels which the miners plighted to raid. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and the present has forced the suspension of all the mine activities on the site. There's no wonder why they're angry. Didn't the Throne dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people at their age used to use the Hekaton heroes to work in their mines. By the way of enchanted helms, which they're able to bend the vicious creatures to their will. But as you often watch on such tales, these enchantments eventually fail, and the slaves rose up against the masters. In a desperate bind to contain the unbreathed fury of the hecatontures, our ancestors told to collapse the mine's lowermost level, so it was the great giant real world was ended, buried beneath a hundred of thousands of rock. Well, now it's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article of copper mines in the Mitchell area for 14 or so. It said the mines will be reopened as they met the rising demand for building materials. Like, it's not our boys dug a little bit too deep and freed the giants? Gods who think the poor creatures are still alive, kicking after 3 centuries. It's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be suffering. Indeed, that makes them as danger for us all. There will be no mining at copper mines as long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and property, they must be subdued. This is a task which we will take to undertake. I'll not deny the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, so I beg you, put an end to the sorry business. So we do. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you, it will. That I assure it's for the best. In that case, you don't know copper mines and the Western Thailand. Take care. You hear? Oh, and one last thing before we part. An employer of Imagine Sons is pressing at the quicksand. The fellow's name is a painted messer, and he knows cobalt mines well. It may be helpful to seek his counsel. Yeah, so let's talk with our contact person that stands right behind us. Looking for a painted messer? You found it. So if the adventurer could volunteer to deal with a mess down in cobalt mines, are ya? You've got miss. I hope you got skills to do with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The agriculturists left their place in right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know how if you know this, but copper mines wasn't old in the second old dynasty, was still young, and was abandoned centuries ago. If it didn't have been for the shortage of materials needed to rebuild it, for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have gone to reopen it. We fully knew what the giant. We know full well about the chance we fought, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being under mountains of rock 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners stuck upon more of their bacon for one swing of the pickets too many, and they found himself in the company of giants. Unless we could subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery grind to an halt in want of naught to build with. The stone church was keeping watch over their entrance in case the giants fancy sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. I hope the nation's resting on your friend. Best of luck. Yeah. So this will be our goal now, and I think this will be a longer part today. Because after this I will go and get my food for today. Because if sorry, because if I be honest, I am quite tired. I'm quite hungry right now. So back there we have a black mage. And there we have Stone Torch. Those two we saw in the beginning. Okay. There have been an incident inside copper mines. We aren't too sure that the effects are contained, but for your own safety, I should request to stay well away from here. What? Your adventurers was volunteered to the agriculture? I didn't think Webbers would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are considered recovering inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before the thing to outcome outside us. The sooner you see them, the better. Make ready the best as you can, your antidote will. Frosty the little snowman. paragraph is called. And now that we are unlocked cover mines, we have also unlocked the leveling system, which will give us bonus EXP. But yeah, we have cover mines in, join, and instantly go in. Nice. The cover mines. Yay! I remember the times where where the first thing that was casted in every dungeon was a spell called project. There wasn't a thing like today where where everyone that is done just pushes forward. No, everyone waited for the healer to cast a spell and then we did go. That was times. Good old times. Few years back now. Go Rick Wiper, go! Good thing is we have some better players over here in as a ninja and a black mage, so they make a little bit more damage, which is nice. So I don't really have much to say about this dungeon, to be honest. Ah, good thing Rick is... Oh, he isn't running inside, okay. If you run inside, then you will complete the stuff, the mapping of the dungeon. Because in the ARR you actually aren't guaranteed to complete the mapping of a dungeon achievement. Because, it's stupid as it sounds, there, I forgot what I want to say. Because in ARR you have more routes that actually lead to nothing than in later dungeons. And in later dungeons you just run to the dungeon and get that achievement, which isn't worth much. Even though do I have it? You have some total points over here, and you have some things you can say, but it's most of the time not actually worth it. Later it's worth it when you can actually get items from it with the currency you get from some. But yeah, most of the times this isn't even that much worth it. The good thing about achievements, some of them actually give items, interesting items, and items I especially want. I want them all. I want them all. I want them all. I want them now. But I can't get them now because it's much work. Much work. Go get that fire sand. All the time I want to make an AoE. Either I think I am my main class, well my healing button would be my AoE, or I think I am already a scholar and have my close range AoE, which is actually quite useful because the short range AoE makes a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Good teamwork to explode some rocks. Well then, let's start the... The more I get into the day, the more tired I get. Well, this is the only thing I most of the time can do. Just cast wind on every enemy. And we unlocked the achievement to crush your enemies. That means we defeated some enemies. Guys, don't record when you just wake up. Especially when you don't have anything that keeps you awake. Or your mouth shut from yawning. It's lovely how quick the enemies are just going down right now. The good thing right now is that this damn yawning. That this dungeon won't take that long. We're already halfway done. But there we can have another pet because we get it from the main story mission, and also it's reuse some raisins. Run. That looks weird. That actually looks weird. What? Are they already on the half? I'm quite unsure right now. Go team! Yeah, like I already said, I just woke up and quite tired right now. I wanted myself that I could yeah, that I was able to talk already in that mess, because those 1 hour parts of just talking about something, about the game, about anything else, it's quite exhausting, but it's still a good training to at least get something done. And we reached level 26, which is nice. And no thank you, no thank you, and no thank you. Guys, why don't we get some... I'm just gonna stay over here. Have it. And cast key all the time. Because this will be quite boring. The yawning won't stop till I end the part. Yeah. Yeah, this lovely enemy is the most time-consuming enemy of the game. Not really, but it feels like it, because the thing you need to do here is after a certain time, after the blast cap detonated, the fire starter will reset, so we can spawn in the other blast caps, and we need to trigger the blast caps that the blast caps use self-destruct, and this self-destruct needs to hit the Taurus's ira that they become smaller. We need to do this 3 times, that they become so small that they actually take damage from any hits. And so it's just standing here, thinking to ourselves, yeah, everything is fine. While over there sometimes, most of the time, spring guns spawn. And now we have the... things as small as possible. Still no items for me. Bam. Yeah, so yeah, that is basically the fight. Yeah, sadly, yeah, okay, around 5 to 10 minutes I will go over the part limit that I set myself. Most of the time I try to end the parts at 55 minutes, because if I add anything longer, like a cutscene or something, that this will keep in the part limit, but since we are still ain't in here, so yeah. Okay, I shouldn't be saying that, because if I think about part 6, where I forgot that I overdid it, that I had a cut in it, and it suddenly became 1 hour and 16 minutes. Yeah, about that. So guys, but right now I can say the next recording I will do, we probably will be level 30 with a white bit, yeah. No, we will be level 30 with our conjurer, even though we won't have completed the level 25 mission, because I will complete at least this one and those 2 missions I will also continue, probably will do the fate, but the fate I will do with the Arcanist. So yeah. Slaves no more! Free! Free! Yeah, this is our boss. Boss. Which will get some. Which will get some damage. So, our enemy destroyed the boulder over there, which now will spawn stone servants. Those stone servants will run to other boulder places around the area, and if they are able to open them, which they never will be, because this boss will die way sooner. It's yeah. But if I look at the part time right now, maybe I won't even make it longer than it needs to be. That I'm actually able to do both parts. Yeah, the boss is already down. Nice. Yeah, the recommendation goes to Wick Viper. And the loot we have here is nothing for us. Something we need. That we can't get. And we got a question roll. Nice. So, let's get out of here and get another 2 recommendations. I always call them recommendations, but not commendations. I don't know why. And yeah, now we need to head back to Painted Messiah, which we will do in the next part. But right now we have an orchestra that we can use to play music later. Way later. Yeah, and I would say we will see us then in the next part. Till then, see ya.